Minute rush to make sure the kids are ready for the classroom. Olympic gold medalist Mac Horton shocks the swimming world, retiring months out from the Paris Games. And the holidays are over, families making the most of the last day, but there's still plenty of summer fun ahead.
Live from Brisbane, 7 News with Samantha Heatwave.
Good evening. Queenslanders are bracing for yet another week of weather extremes with a potential cyclone building in the Coral Sea. The system is expected to spin up in the next day or so, the severe threat adding to the sweltering conditions, crushing the southeast.
Helter-skelter from a southeast swelter.
It's really annoyingly hot and it's really humid.
I woke up and walked out of my room and went, oh, it's like this again.
Oppressive heat gripping the region for a third straight day and sending locals searching for relief, from wake parks to inflatable floating fun. From the Springfield streets to the packed Gold Coast shores, the water was the way to beat the heat.
It's absolutely crazy. It's so hot today, it's mental, it's just hit shell.
At more than 42 degrees, Birdsville was the state's hottest place. In the southeast, Greenbank rose above 35, while Brisbane and the Gold Coast also roasted.
And that's following days and days where we've had no cooler air masses arriving from the south.
The high humidity is what made the heat so punishing, adding an extra sticky layer. The health impacts of the heat wave have paramedics worried.
Some of the side effects that you can keep an eye out for are things like dizziness, dry eyes, dry throat.
Some braved the baking sun while others got cooking.
Yeah, a bit hot, mate, but yeah, you can't beat a barbie.
Those really wanting to feel the freeze headed here to the Boondall ice rink. The temperature inside here are cool, 8 degrees.
It's got ice instead of boiling hot sand and dirt.
Think cold thoughts, because the scorching weather is expected to linger.
And it's set to be another uncomfortable night here in the southeast. Paramedics are reminding people to keep an eye on the elderly in the midst of these heatwave conditions. That is, young children, elderly people and pregnant women as well. They've already treated a number of people for heat-related stress over the past days, and they do have the ability to deploy more vehicles or staff should those numbers spike over the coming days. The message: avoid the heat where you can and drink plenty of water. Sam.
Good advice. Thank you, Garth Burley there. Well, let's go to Laura Dimmick in Springfield now. Laura, that is one way to cool down.
Yes, Sam, I'm at Orion Lagoon, which not surprisingly is very, very busy. Lots of families here making the most of the school holidays and trying to beat the heat. Now in news, no one wanted to hear tomorrow will be even hotter. Today we saw temperatures 3 to 4 degrees above average. Tomorrow they'll be around 6 degrees above what we typically see in January. That means a top of 37 in Brisbane, 39 in the west and 36 in Logan. And we add the high humidity on top of that. Relief isn't too far away. I'll have the rest of the day's weather soon. Sam.
Thank you, Laura. Well, meantime, the scale of the cyclone threat in the state's north is becoming clearer tonight. The system is likely to impact the coast sometime this week. The potential impact zone is vast, with heavy rain set to lash the southeast.
Looming large in the Coral Sea, with the potential to pack a punch.
We can't rule out severe tropical cyclone impacts this week in Queensland.
Expected to form into a tropical cyclone tomorrow night or early Tuesday, making landfall anywhere between Cairns and Mackay.
The majority of what we're looking at suggests that there'll be a coastal landfall around the middle part of this week.
We want people to be alert but not alarmed at the moment,
as the system's exact path remains unclear.
Tropical cyclones are quite hard to predict.
What is certain, the rain, which will stretch across most of the coast, including the southeast.
There is a chance, there is a risk it will move south.
We're expecting to see flash flooding, which is going to place Queensland drivers at significant risk.
At Townsville's cyclone testing station, engineers are packed up and ready to go.
So we've already stacked the trailer, we've prepped it, we've got all our towers tied down on the structure.
Their equipment will collect information about this cyclone to help prepare for the next.
We're really looking at what the wind does when it gets to our buildings, our towns.
The community kept resilient at a time when they'll be tested once again. Georgia Holland, 7 News.
Police have charged an Alimba man following an alleged stabbing at Caboolture South.